Hi everybody, my name is George Winter. I'm a technical product manager with Symantec Corporation, and I focus on our net backup for VMware functionality. And today we're going to talk about backing up virtual environments. More specifically, we're going to talk about backing up VMware and how net backup approaches VMware backups. So as we have been studying backups, there's a number of issues associated with backing up virtual machines that tend to be very important to our customers. Those issues include low impact backups. We want to be able to back up the virtual machines without creating significant load on the ESX server. It's assumed that that ESX server is already busy servicing those virtual machines. We don't want to add a lot of load on the ESX server when we do backups. We also want to be able to perform incremental backups. A lot of technologies force you to actually perform full backups all the time, and we want to be able to perform an incremental backup so that we don't have to copy all of that full data to our ultimate destination every time we do a backup. Client software. We don't want to have to install client software inside the virtual machine. The problem with installing client software inside the virtual machine is that every time we install client software, we have to maintain it and update it. So if we have hundreds, maybe even thousands of virtual machines, if we don't have to install anything inside the virtual machine, that's a big plus. Also, restore options. Even though we're doing low impact off-host backups, we don't want to reduce the type of restore options that are available to us. Disaster recovery. When bad things happen, we need to restore virtual machines very quickly. And so what we want is a technology that allows us to be able to quickly and, more importantly, easily restore virtual machines and do it very, very simply. We want a configuration that's simple to set up. We want to be able to set up the virtual environment within that backup from within a GUI and be able to do that very quickly, very easily. And of course, deduplication. A hot topic today. We want to be able to take the data that we're backing up and be able to deduplicate that data. So no matter what methodology we use, we want it to be able to deploy a deduplication technology. So this is our net backup environment. This is our virtual machine environment. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you the two different methods of backing up those virtual machines. The first method is what we were talking about initially, it was a client-based backup. So this is client software installed inside the virtual machine. So first of all, let's take a look at low impact backups. When we install a client inside the virtual machine, our data path is like this. We pull that data, when a backup is initiated, we pull that data off the data store. That data is sent to the ESX server. This ESX server has to do all this work. Then the ESX server has to send all of that data over our slow network. And then ultimately, that data ends up within our net backup server. So the problem with this technology is twofold. Number one, the ESX server has to do all of this work. Number two, we're sending the data over a slow LAN, typically a slow LAN connection. So that can slow down the amount of backups and limit the amount of backups that we can do on a daily basis. So low impact backups, nope, these are relatively high backup impacts. Incremental backups. We want to be able to perform incremental backups of our virtual machines. Client-based technologies do this fine, so that's a definite yes. We can do that here. Client software. Do we have to install client software inside the virtual machine? That's absolutely yes. So that means that not only do we have to install software inside the virtual machine, but we also have to maintain and update that software. A lot of work there. Restore options. What kind of restore options do we have? And this is where we put a question mark. The thing with restore options is we can restore individual files. That's a no-brainer. We can definitely do that. But when it comes to restoring the entire virtual machine, that is possible, but much harder to do if we've backed up via a client. Easy disaster recovery. This is no. We cannot do this with client-based technologies because we have to restore the entire virtual machine at a hardware level. We have to restore the virtual hardware, then restore the OS on top of that, very time-consuming, and that take quite a bit of time, and really doesn't take advantage of the virtual machine technology itself. Simple to configure, absolutely. Client inside the virtual machine is simple to configure, but again, we have to maintain that software. And deduplication, this is absolutely yes. NetBackup has the NetBackup Pure Disk technology, which is a deduplication technology where we can install a client inside the virtual machine and deduplicate that data as we send the data to the ultimate destination. So now, that's a client-based technology. Let's take a look at how we back this up using NetBackup for VMware. So we have our same configuration, but with NetBackup for VMware, we've done one additional thing. We've added a connection between our data store here and the destination, the backup system. So we've added a direct connection so that when we perform these backups, we can actually pull this data off the data store and write it directly to our ultimate destination disk or tape. In this way, we completely bypass the ESX server and our slow LAN connection, so that when we perform this backup, it's very efficient and low impact. So let's take a look at this from our list of attributes here. Okay, so here we have low impact backups. Absolutely, this is very low impact. As a matter of fact, when the backup is occurring, the ESX server hardly knows that anything is occurring. Incremental backups, yep, we can do that as well. With our incremental backup technology, which is unique to NetBackup, no other vendor is able to provide this, we can actually back up file-level incremental backups of a full virtual machine. But the thing is that this is still an off-host backup technology, and we can restore individual files. Do we have restore options? Yes. Now, one thing about our technology is we have a patented technology where we actually map the VMDK files. So from a VMDK backup, we can restore individual files. This is a patented technology no other vendor has. So from a VMDK backup, we can restore individual files without first having to restore the entire virtual machine. Easy DR? Absolutely. With our technology, we have what we call a 3-click restore option. What this means is we can restore an entire virtual machine with 3 mouse clicks. So it doesn't get any easier than that. Simple to configure. Everything within NetBackup is configured within our GUI. We no longer use any integration modules or any scripting at all. Everything is completely integrated in the GUI, so configuration just takes a couple of minutes. And deduplication. We shine here as well in that we support a technology called Pure Disk Deduplication Option. So Pure Disk Deduplication Option is a deduplication target. So we can write our VMDK or file data to this target and deduplicate this before we send it to the disk or tape. So as we look at these technologies, you may be interested in hearing more about this. And you can log into the web and go to netbackup.com. And on this site, we have a tremendous amount of information related to this technology as well as other technologies. You can also contact your sales rep, and they can provide more information as well. So thanks for joining me today, and have a take a look at this technology and see what you think. Appreciate your time.